Hey, what's up, everybody? Limbus FT here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Limbus Company Intervallo or Part 2 Murder on the Warp Express. So it's been a hot minute since we've done a review for Limbus Company. I know I've missed out on quite a few things. I've missed out on some trailers, and I completely missed out on reviewing Intervallo for Part 1. My whole excuse for that is, well, I was very busy with college. And any time that I had to make videos, it was just reactions for like anime, and even editing it was like a big pain. So I didn't have any time to pay attention to Limbus. Plus, I've been burned out like crazy off Limbus. After Canto 6, dude, I've just been out of it. And then when the new mirror dungeon started up, I was not interested in it. I still find them kind of boring. It just kind of lost me a bit there. I wouldn't even say that my honeymoon phase for this game has worn off. I just think I just kind of lost interest. I was like, you know, it is what it is. And then when the Intervallo 4 first rolled around, I was so busy, I didn't even know it started until it was like 2 days left. And then I loaded up and I'm like, oh, what is this? Oh, T-Corp stuff? Oh, crap. Dang. So I'm like, okay, we got an event running. I don't know what's happening. I just boom, 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 sped through it, finished it. I won't lie to you guys. I didn't even read really anything for it. I tried to read at the start and I just got bored with it. And I know that's such a big problem for me with like Project Moon games. You know, the whole joke, they don't read, we don't read. I didn't read for that one mostly because, one, I didn't have time. 2, I was already burned out, and 3, I was trying to rush to buy some of the event items, so I kind of just skimmed through it. I will probably go back and through the theater and like check out what was happening though. But yeah, that one was kind of eh. And I already told you guys, for the most part with this game, I've read pretty much everything, because I really love this game. I think Canto 4 was the first time I really kind of dropped off. Came back for 5, everything else, and then Intervallo 4 Part 1 was when it just hit the freaking. That was the least interested I've ever been in the game, ever. But yeah, now we're at Part 2, Murder on the Warp Express. I remember hearing about this one happening. I didn't watch any trailers or anything. Obviously, no reaction to it. But you guys probably already know, like, W Corp is my favorite. Like, this is easily my favorite type of stuff in the game. All my freaking W Corp IDs are like the ones that I've invested in the most. Why do I have that? Whatever. The only W Corp ID I don't have is for Mercel. I'm not gonna shard him, but I want him eventually. And yeah, I was like, okay, this is gonna be sick. I really enjoyed the entire thing. Let's run through it, because as always, I take notes when I run through these, and it's been a hot minute since I've done one, so I need to get my notes. All right, so we are going to be headed to P Corp for our next golden bow retrieval, and they let us know we got first class tickets for the warp train. We're gonna get on a warp train, and for me this was like the ultimate fan service moment. I was like, oh yes, I've always wanted to see the sinners get on a warp train. I thought the sinners would be in coach instead of first class, so I mean, you know, a little different from what I expected, but if we were coach, we'd be in that Intervallo for a long time. It would be a Canto instead of an Intervallo. Speaking of which, I genuinely believe that this is my favorite. Like, I enjoyed this Intervallo more than the majority of the Cantos, and I know that's crazy to say, but I legitimately do. I think my top 1 favorite is still Canto 3 with Cromer, because I think that's the first like Limbus review I ever did. I loved it so much it made me start doing these review series to begin with. That was my top 1. I think 2 is between Canto 6 and Canto 5. I'd honestly say I like Canto 5 more. And then Canto 6 third. And then the freaking honorable mention goes to Canto 2, because the the way the sinners interacted at the casino made me fall in love with the game. But yeah, back to it. I definitely think that this is the best chapter. It sucks that it was so short, but I loved it. And the fact that I like this intervallo more than any other Canto makes me think Canto 7 is definitely going to be the best. Easily. But I do think recency bias is a thing, and I'm glad that I had a lot of time to take a break from Limbus, because shoot, in my last review video, my rankings were probably pretty different. I don't even remember what my old rankings were for the Cantos, so it's probably changed quite a bit now that everything's set in for me. So yeah, we go to the first class. They mentioned how Dawn, she never washed her boots. And I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of interesting. I guess she never takes them off. I was like, okay, I didn't really think much about it. I just thought it was interesting. Virgil was like, yeah, I'm not getting on it because they're giving me my own specific one. I was like, okay, sounds about right. You're a colored fixer. You're above the upper echelon. You are him. So let's see. Everyone's all worried about it, oh, could things go wrong? Faust, please, Faust, tell us, Faust. Faust is like, yeah, you'll be fine, you'll be good, don't worry. And then, obviously, we should have worried because things go wrong. Faust wakes us up, and she's like, yeah, we are not there, bro. Things have gone terribly wrong. And she goes down the line, waking up the sinners in their pods, and we had a funny little bit where, like, they'd wake up, they'd be like, oh, man, that was pretty quick. I guess no. Wake up the next person. Oh, wow. I guess I had nothing to wear. No. She just keeps saying no. Like, it was so funny. Poor Yi Sang didn't even get to say anything before she said no. But, yeah, everyone's wondering what's going on. And at first, Faust makes it seem like she fully knew, like, what was going on, kinda. Like, I was like, geez, Faust, you're really still doing this crap. Okay. But then she pulls us off to the side and she's like, my connection to Faust is severed and I'm kind of a bimbo right now. Oh, I was like, Faust, what are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? Yeah, I'm just going off my knowledge now. I'm nerfed. I can't connect to the freaking cloud, bro. I was like, oh god, this is funny. This is hilarious. And that was the first part that locked me in because it's like, she's the know-it-all, bro. She is the smarty pants know-it-all, and she just got freaking nerfed. She's a bimbo now, bro. Yeah, I was like, this is freaking great, bro. This is hilarious. So everyone's asking her these questions, and she's just trying to act like the way she normally would. But, like, she literally doesn't know what's going on. I mean, she knows that there's a mission. Their mission from W Corp was to... There was, like, passengers disappearing on the warp train. And they're like, yo, go deal with it. That's all we got. I was like, oh, okay. Well, guess we gotta do it. Passengers disappearing once they arrive. That's not good. Because it's normal for them to get ripped to shreds and murdered and killed on the train ride, but for them to fully disappear, that's not normal. So let's see. Boom, boom, boom. We go into the next cabin and we run into a woman with 4 arms. Her name is Sasha. She is a northern fixer. Well, we learn she's from the multi-crack office, and she first says that she can't trust us because she doesn't know if we've been bitten. I was like, what the heck does that mean? We got vampires here? She's protecting a bunch of passengers. She says, she doesn't know if we've been bitten. I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. So yeah, we also, before we go in there, we learned that it has been 3 days since we got on the train. So not too long has passed. And also the fact that things have already gone wrong is weird because, normally the people don't go crazy after the 3rd day. That's not supposed to happen. It happens eventually, but not after the 3rd day. So, we're like, hey, we're going to go down there. We're going to investigate. We're going to figure this out. We first fight these enemies, and then we run into Sasha, I think. Yeah. And one of the things that Faust notes is red eyes. So before we head into the next train cabin, Faust asks Sasha if she noticed them having red eyes, because Sasha had said that people are turning into monsters. And Sasha kind of plays it off, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. Faust is kind of onto something, but she's not making it obvious. Sorry about that. I got interrupted a bit. There was some yelling outside my door. So yeah, we head out, and while we're fighting, I'll play some gameplay. I noticed that, well, first off, the zone of the cabins, perfect. It looks incredible. The freaking blood, viscera, guts all over the walls. Because remember, even if you cut them, they don't like bleed out. It kind of like congeals all over their body and turns them into nasty masses of like guts. It's disgusting. It's perfect. Yeah, freaking Ryoshi was so happy, bro. She wanted to go and freaking Ryoshi wanted to be in she wanted to. What the heck? I forgot the name of it. First class and then cargo? Whatever. She wanted to basically face the freaking psychos. She wanted to live out the freaking millions of years, or 10,000 or whatever, 10,000 years in the train fighting. Hey, good for her. She's built different. No thank you. I'll take first class. The zone was great. The effects look awesome. I love how whenever you use like a rip space type of ability, so like if you use rip space, or if you use dimensional rift, or if you used freaking rip dimension, an alarm would go off every time. And I was like, yo, that's a really cool detail. I like that a lot. But yeah, obviously I know that there was a bonus for using W Corp IDs, so that was no problem. Of course, freaking decked it out with W Corp. Never lost a single fight. Ran through the whole thing pretty easy. It was fun. The music was great. One thing that I noticed during it that I need to like show you right now, because I was like, oh, I hear it when I was playing. Give me a second. Okay, so here we are. Here is the main battle theme for it. Now I want you to hear this part towards the end. Listen to this. Let's see if you guys hear it. When I was playing through, I was like, yo, that is such a sweet touch. Okay, listen. Holy crap, that's loud. Okay, here. What do you hear in the background? Do you hear it? Well, this is what I hear. They added the freaking railroad crossing alarm in the back of it. That's so genius. It's so genius, bro. Oh my god. Yo, Project Moon. Dude, why are they so good at making these banger soundtracks, man? You can hear the freaking railroad crossing. That's so good. So good, dude. So good. But yeah, fantastic detail. OST was peak. They popped off on that. Let's bring this back now. The OST was fantastic. The designs were fantastic. Character designs. Everything was perfect. So eventually she puts it together. She's like, okay, these people aren't dying, but they're not just attacking because they need sustenance. She puts it together. She's like, she thinks there's a blood fiend behind this. I'm like, oh god, yes, let's go. So we learned that there's a blood fiend in the back of the train, creating blood bags, pressing forward, consuming passengers. We push our way all the way back there. This is where it kind of felt really short, because it was just a lot of fights, back-to-back fights. They weren't hard, but, you know, it's just fights. We finally get back there. Ooh, let me crack my neck. And we run into a guy named Cassetti, and he calls himself the Prince, and he talks just like Don. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this right now, because the moment that... Okay, let me explain this. So, I'm in a Discord where we play Limbus Company, alright? We play Project Moon games. It's not the official Project Moon server or anything like that. It's a different one. My own server. Our own server. And in it, I'm almost always one of the last people to play new Cantos or intervallos because I'm busy. So by the time it's my turn to play it, they know that I haven't played it. And I share screenshots as I go along. Because, you know, it's like, let's say you're just now getting your friend into Lobotomy Corp, right? And they're sending screenshots to you. Oh my God, look at this happened, this happened. You know how, like, if they send it to you in a group of friends and you guys are like, ooh, you're not ready for this. Ooh, same thing with, like, TV shows or anime. They're like, yo, I'm on episode 20 of One Piece. I can't wait for this and that. And you're like, oh man, you're not ready. That's what they do with me. I share, I'm like, yo, whoa, this just happened in the Canto. They're like, bro, you're not ready. So, I'm sharing screenshots. And the moment I get to the Blood Fiend moment, I send a screenshot and I'm like, oh crap, there's a Blood Fiend here? Some genius, and they did this on purpose, they're scum for it. They DM me, and they ask me, is it true that Don's a Blood Fiend? And I'm like, what? I read it and I was so confused. I was like, what the heck is this question? What? What do you mean? And so I ignore it and I keep playing through. And as I'm going through each fight, I'm like, did this person just spoil me in the form of a question? Asking that? Are you serious? Why? I've never had that problem before in this Discord. Nobody has ever, like, gone out of their way to spoil me like that. Ever. I don't understand why. So yeah, once we got to Cassetti and he started talking like Don, I was like, dude, are you serious? So yeah, he calls the Trainer's Kingdom, and then Sasha comes up. Turns out she's working for Cassetti because she wanted to be spared, so she worked for him. She took in his blood like on some Muzan crap. She's his servant. We fight her, beat the brakes out of her, no big deal. Cassetti gets his hand on our warp train like MasterCard, and we're like, oh crap, this is bad. If we don't do something, we're gonna be trapped in here for thousands of years. It's gonna be bad. We're gonna get screwed. So Faust makes a gamble, and she's like, let's go into the next cabin to negotiate. So we head into the next cabin, which is where Mephistos is. And we lucked out, because the moment we walk in, she's like, Faust is like, yeah, I'm connected again. I'm back. I'm back, baby. And I was like, let's go. So we get up in there. She's like, yo, what do you want in exchange for us getting our MasterCard back? And he's like, hey, you get off the train. You don't mention to anyone what I'm doing here. And we're good. I'll let you have your crap. You just let me keep chilling. And Faust is like, you know, we could do that. Because it's not like we'd have memories of succeeding or not once the train stops, right? It's not like we'd have memories of it. So what does it matter? Freaking Christ. So, just as we're getting ready to accept it, let's see here, boom, boom, boom. Don interrupts. Don bursts through. She's like, no, I will not let the evil, make deals with evil. No. Don comes up in there. We have to restrain her. And then some crap happens and Bro bites Don, or he tries to bite Don. And in doing so, her shoe falls off. Once that happens, a large explosion happens. And now Dawn is just this freaking god-looking being, bro. She looks freaking insane. She looks awesome. She transforms. And Cassetti is like, oh, crap. Yay. Oh, you are her, bro. You know what? Hey, sorry. She freaking hardens the blood around his mouth. She's like, don't even speak. Like, you are beneath me. So, yeah, she's a blood fiend. Man, I would have been so shocked and surprised. That maybe would have been so much cooler if, you know, someone didn't ask me if she was a blood fiend right when I started the freaking intervallo. How are you gonna ask me that? How are you gonna ask me that? And I get it, it's more passive in a form of a question. Why would I know the answer when you literally watch me sharing screenshots of me going through it? I'm not even close to done. Why? What kind of sick satisfaction do you get by spoiling stuff like that? It's so weird. I'll never understand that with spoilers. I will never understand that. That's so freaking weird. So yeah, Don kills the guy, like melts him down into nothing, like blood. It's crazy. Don's on a different level, bro. And then she passes out. Well, actually, she addresses us, and then we put the shoe back on her foot like it's some Cinderella. And then I guess she turns back to normal, passes out. Faust was blown to bits. We bring her back, and then Sinners come in, and we're like, oh crap, we're trapped because the card got like melted, half melted. It got screwed. Don kind of destroyed it. So Faust is like, all right, we're gonna take another gamble. Well, not a gamble. She knows what to do now. We head to the back of the bus, head into one of the freaking rooms. It's like a sandstorm, dusty sandstorm. Faust counts to 5. We step back out of Mephistos into one of the cabins, and it seems like the train ride is over because W Corp, the cleanup crew, is cleaning things up. They're like, what the heck? Yo, you guys were able to keep your memories? That's crazy. And then one last thing happens where earlier in the middle of like the fights, we ran into one of the members of the cleanup crew who was there. And while we were talking to him, he got into like a safety emergency pod. And we let the cleanup crew know about the guy. And when they opened it, he was gone. And then they were like, that's weird. What? And then Faust was like, oh, you know, we were just hallucinating. And we left. I think there's more to that. That's kind of weird. I don't get that. I think there's more to that than we think. So we get off. Faust did know about Dawn's transformation the whole time. She did know. But she only felt it was appropriate to tell us then. Which really bugs me because it's like, as much as I want to appreciate Faust, she knows so much and will not say anything. And it's insane, bro. She knew about this with Dawn. That's insane. Virgil's like, bro, I don't even want to know what's happening. You guys are covered in sand, coughing up sand. Whatever. So yeah, it was an interesting intervallo. Next, we're going to be headed to P Corp for Canto 7. I'm so excited. Yeah, Don's a blood fiend. I really wish I didn't get spoiled. It sucks, but, you know, the reveal still looked cool. I still enjoyed this more than any other Canto, which is insane. It's funny how such a short thing was just so enjoyable. But yeah, I guess it's time for an account update then. Let's see. So I just did some rolls on this banner, and for one, the first thing that I got was... Oh wait. Oh yeah, when the banner first came out, I did my first roll, and I got W Corp Otis. I was like, hey, okay, sick. So then a couple days later, got nothing. Oh, whoops. Nothing of note. Come on. Nothing of note again. And then today I did 2 or 3 summons. First thing I get, Contempt of Awe Ryoshu. I'm like, oh, dang, okay, hey, I'll take it. Why not? Sure. The next roll, nothing. Or sorry, I get Contempt of Awe. And then my next roll, I get Dimension Shredder. Bro. So I got freaking 2 awesome egos just off 2 rolls today. Contempt of Awe. I was like, yo, hey, I'll take it. That's sick. And then the new one for Otis, Dimension Shredder. Okay. Normally with my luck, the way my luck goes, and you can tell through every single other past review and account update video, my luck comes with the IDs. I can typically pull all the featured IDs in 1 to 2 10 rolls. My luck is insane. I think there's only been one banner where my luck wasn't good, and I just used shards anyways. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with that. I'm loving my W Corp team. Not much else has changed. I pulled Blade Lineage. Haven't taken them up. I've been pulling a lot of IDs, but lately I haven't been farming because I told you I was burned out from the game. I have quite a few IDs who definitely need to go up. But what I've been doing is I take them up to Uptie 3 so I can just have them maxed out in Mirror Dungeon, because it takes a lot of tickets to take them up, man. It takes so many tickets, and the farming is killing me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to farm anyways because I want to be able to buy everything from this shop. Every single thing. Speaking of which, I will buy this. And I will buy this. So yeah, we're gonna have quite a bit of grinding to do. Man, that was a great intervallo, dude. Seriously. Just calling it good is an understatement. My god, that was so much fun. What the heck is this? Multi-crack? Oh, they have a a charge? Ooh, for Heathcliff. Okay. Okay, so I gotta get Heathcliff and Otis. Sick. And then also, there's a new refraction railway, which I tried doing section 1. I just like auto did it. I literally ran through the entire section only doing win rate because I was too lazy. This is while I was burned out. I just logged in to try it. I was able to clear all of section 1, and when I got to section 2, they couldn't do it. So obviously I have to read and prepare for that. But yeah, this was so much fun. This was so much freaking fun. I fully plan on exploring all this crap. It's so good. And I love the effects. We're switching to Otis. Where is Otis? Look at that. Look at that. That's so freaking sick, dude. Kathy. Clear all Kathy. I think I'll swap to this P-Corp. Sick. But yeah, overall, fantastic. I had a great time as usual. Here's my friend code, you know, add me if you want. I don't mind. I've got plenty of space. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to say. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, take it easy, everyone. I will see you for the next review and update video, which will be for Canto 7. I'm not sure if I will do a reaction video to the trailer. I probably will. I've consistently reacted to the trailers once I caught up. So I probably will be doing a reaction to the trailer for Canto 7. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.